Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 on ABC 7. Powered by mysuncoast.com. Good Morning Suncoast at 5 starts now.
Coming up here on Good Morning Suncoast, Sarasota County Commissioner Kyle Batee speaking up about his cousin shot in Sarasota. We've got how Brian Batee is recovering.
And illegal gambling on the Suncoast has been around for years. We know that. We're breaking down the past, the present, and the future of this big problem.
Plus, we'll tell you about the man responsible for stealing luggage from airport passengers before they even hit the conveyor belt, how it happened, and who law enforcement says is to blame. That's all coming up here. Well, good Thursday morning, everyone. Friday 8. My days are starting to join together.
Time is fine when you're having so much fun, right?
That's exactly right. Well, John, I don't know about you guys, but when I walked out the door this morning, it was like a wall of humidity.
Oh, it is so thick out there. Yeah, it really is humid. Unfortunately, I've got some fog in my throat. No, we don't have any fog, but we do have the humidity that is pretty thick across the area. You can see kind of the haze around those lights at the Rod and Reel Pier. Looking at a temperature coming in at 77 degrees with a feels like temperature already at 83 degrees because of that dew point value that's so high and all that humidity in the air. We have a 10-mile visibility, though, so that's good. The day planner is going to call for temperatures that continue to climb through the day to about a high of 91 degrees or 92. And we'll have a feels like temperature today that'll certainly crack 100 once again, probably 101, 102 degrees this afternoon. Not much of a rainfall chance, and the rainfalls that we do get will probably come in late in the day. More on the forecast in a minute.
It. We begin this morning with breaking news. This happening overnight in Sarasota.
Yeah, deputies were responding to a disturbance call when they arrived at a home and found 2 people dead with gunshot wounds. This all happening in the around 9 o'clock last night in the 1600 block of Stickney Point Road. Investigators say they believe this is an isolated incident and they don't think there is any threat to the public at this time. The names of those involved nor a motive have been released, at least at this point. We'll of course keep you up to date as new details become available.
Time and Temp brought to you by the man of your dreams.
Powered by mysuncoast.com. Good Morning Suncoast at 5:30 starts now.
Right now on Good Morning Suncoast, the battle for Manatee County Commissioner seat is raging on. Coming up, we'll break down the race and its 2 competitors.
Plus, we'll tell you about a high-speed chase in Fort Myers, which led to a woman's arrest.
But right now, breaking news in Sarasota. 2 people were found dead inside of a home after a late-night shooting. Yeah,
deputies responding to a disturbance when they arrived, discovering the 2, both, they say, with gunshot wounds inside the residence. Now, this all happening about 9 o'clock last night in the 1600 block of Stickney Point Road. Investigators believe that this is an isolated incident and right now don't think that there's any type of threat to the general public. The names of those involved, nor motive, not yet released to us. ABC 7's Sophia Vitello is on the scene and will have a live report for us in just a few minutes.
ABC 7, serving Manatee County and the entire Suncoast. Powered by mysuncoast.com. Good Morning Suncoast at 6 starts now.
Well, good Thursday morning, everyone. Thanks so much for waking up with us. We're going to check out those roadways if you're heading out the door from Ted here in just a moment. But, John, it is humid this morning.
Sticky. It's thick out there. Yeah, a lot of humidity just poured back in. We got more humidity coming, though, next week. Could be a big rain event. We'll be talking about that.
All right, John, we'll look forward to that. Let's take a look at the headlines for you this morning. New this morning, a shooting overnight in Sarasota. 2 are dead. We're taking you live to the scene. Now in Sarasota County, a man is missing. An update on the search for him. Next, a big win in the abortion battle for those who want abortion rights in the state. Why they're celebrating today.
Dawn is breaking out there. It looks pretty nice at the Cedar Cove cam out there at the Cedar Cove Resort. 78 degrees, the current air temperature, southeast wind at 5, and a heat index already at 83. The forecast temperatures today will climb pretty steadily up into the 91 degree mark by the time we get to about 2 o'clock, probably topping it out today at about 91 or 2. And we'll have a feels like temperature that could be as high as about 102 later on.
All right, good morning. Let's take a look at that first alert traffic, which is brought to you by Roofing by Curry. And happy to report that we are off to a quiet start. Last thing you want dark and early is to have a headache on the roads, right? Not dealing with that just yet. We're looking live at 75 just before State Road 64. And for your reference, the traffic that is coming at the camera is the northbound side. So what else is going on? Not a lot. As you can see, a clean slate here as we look at the big picture map. So that's pretty good news. If by chance you have to take the Sunshine Skyway Bridge, travel times on your screen.
In Sarasota, deputies responding to a disturbance call, later finding 2 people dead inside of a home. ABC 7's Sophia Vitello joins us live from Sarasota. Sophia, what's the latest?
Hey, good morning, Rob and Brissa. Well, we have very limited information on the shooting. However, it's been well over 8 hours since that shooting broke out. I'm here at the 1600 block of Stickney Point, which is pretty much just an apartment complex across from the bridge to Siesta Key. That shooting breaking out in the apartment complex to your right over there. There are still some crime scene vans present here. There's 1 deputy on the scene. However, most of the investigators have left since that shooting broke out again just before 9 p.m. last night. Now, when deputies got to the scene here at this apartment complex, they found 2 people, both with gunshot wounds. Deputies pronouncing both of them dead at the scene. I'm going to be here getting all the latest for you guys.
Right now on Good Morning Suncoast, Sarasota Commissioner Kyle Batiste speaking up after one cousin's death and another's hospitalization. We're breaking down the state of the investigation.
Plus, legal gambling presents a persistent problem on the Suncoast. We'll tell you about one local gambling den and the future of the land that stood on. But we began this morning with breaking news in Sarasota. 2 people found inside a home dead in a shooting.
Now, this all happening around 9 o'clock last night in the 1600 block of Stickney Point Road. ABC 7 Sophia Vitello is there and joins us with the details. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rob and Brissa. Well, people are just now waking up in this area, this apartment complex just of 1600 Stickney Point Road here in Sarasota. We're right across from the Siesta Key Bridge. There are some folks still here from the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. We have some crime scene vans here as well. It all happened in this apartment complex to the right.
Good morning, I'm Brissa Bradfield. Well, news alert for you this morning. 2 people were found dead with gunshot wounds last night. It all happened around 9 o'clock in the 1600 block of Stickney Point Road at an apartment complex. Now, investigators believe this is an isolated incident and do not believe there is any type of threat to the public. The names involved in a motive have yet to be released. We'll keep you up to date as new details become available. Ted?
All right, and that first alert traffic brought to you by Roofing by Curry. We have some stop-and-go traffic on 75 northbound from Jacaranda to just about Laurel. That's setting things back, excuse me, about an extra 5 minutes there on 75 northbound due to an earlier wreck. On the southbound side, approaching US 301, and running about 6 to 8 minutes behind with the morning rush there as well. Only moving about 25 miles an hour at the best of times. All right, stay with us. We're taking a quick break, but when we come back, John's going to have a look at your first alert forecast.
This local break sponsored by Badger Bob's. Ask about free clean air upgrades on new system replacement. Visit badgerbobs.com.
First alert forecast today that calls for a sea breeze to develop on our coast and move well inland. We'll have a very light wind flow today, so don't expect a very powerful sea breeze, but it'll be there. And when it moves inland, it will collide with the east coast sea breeze. And that east coast sea breeze will overtake it and move into the Gulf waters, taking showers with it. But those showers, by the time they get to our coast, will have died out. So we're not looking at a lot of rainfall near the coast. Inland, Hardy and DeSoto, you could see some rainfall today, though. Rain chance for you, about 40%. Nearer the coast, maybe 20%. High pressure sinks south. As it does that, our winds turn west, driving most of the thunderstorm activity to the other coast for the next several days. But down the road, we have a chance at some stronger storms coming our way as we head into next week. Today, a high of 92.
We hope you enjoyed the Suncoast View. Oh my gosh, that was some good eating today.
I know. It woke up a beast now.
I know. We're all very excited.
I love that live lobster.
You never know what's going to happen here on Suncoast View.
We had Henry VIII's wife.
Let's check in with Rob and Brissa, and you never know where I might have put that lobster. Just saying.
If it's on my chair, Stephanie, I will cry.
I did think about it. It's a cute little guy. He'll be just fine.
Oh, good. We'll give it a name.
All right. Tell us what's going up today at 10.
All right. Thanks, guys. And thank you all at home for joining us here for ABC 7 News at 10. Our top story this morning, deputies are investigating after 2 people were found shot dead inside of a condo in Sarasota.
Deputies responding to a disturbance. This happening about 9 o'clock last night in the 1600 block of Stickney Point Road. Deputies saying that when they arrived, they discovered the 2 with gunshot wounds inside the residence.
Powered by mysuncoast.com. ABC 7 News at 10:30 starts now.
Well, the fight over new immigration law heading back to the courts today. We'll tell you who it affects coming up.
Plus, you won't believe what's now affecting your property insurance rates, and it's not good news. But right now, deputies investigating a fatal shooting at an apartment complex in Sarasota. Those deputies discovering 2 people dead inside a residence on Stickney Point Road.
Our Sophia Vitello was at that scene all morning long and has the very latest for us this morning.
Powered by mysuncoast.com. ABC 7 News at noon starts now.
Right now on ABC 7 News at noon, their sacrifice changed the course of World War II. Today, the world pauses to remember the service members who fought on D-Day 80 years ago. And concerns about bird flu growing after a death is reported in a human who contracted a strain of the virus. Good afternoon, everyone. You're watching ABC 7 News at noon. I'm Stephanie Stanton. In Sarasota, deputies now investigating after 2 people who were found dead inside a condo. ABC 7's Sophia Vitello has details.
Powered by mysuncoast.com. ABC 7 News at 12:30 starts now.
New grads across the country looking for work. Getting your foot in the door takes the right strategy and some flexibility, too. And new information on a cucumber recall distributed by a company here in Florida. The CDC now confirming links to a salmonella outbreak. Good afternoon, everyone. You're watching ABC 7 News at 12:30. I'm Stephanie Stanton. Right now, former President Trump searching for a running mate. Florida Senator Marco Rubio is among the potential contenders. This decision is crucial as we move closer to Election Day. Senator Rubio might have to make some changes if former President Trump chooses him. ABC's Christian Cordero has more on that and some other possible picks.